Before I say anything else, PayPal, keep us on the air. But one of the things we're talking about on the air all the time are big projects throughout Canada that are either overpriced or they're really, really delayed. In Toronto, there's something called the Eglinton Crosstown. It was supposed to be finished ages ago. It may not be finished for another few years. They don't know, and billions over. Ottawa, same thing. Premier Ford is the Premier of Ontario, where a lot of projects are. I want to put the question to you. Even though you're not directly responsible for them as Premier, it's not, but what's going on with industry in our country when you can't get anything on time or on budget?
Well, first of all, I'm responsible for everything, even though it's an agency.
I'm not going to blame you.
No, but I'll take the responsibility, even though we inherited a nightmare. But now, since we've been in office, it's our responsibility. But we're moving forward on the Crosstown. But the good news is, when we talk about big projects, you know, we're building right now the largest transit project in North America, the largest subway expansion in North America. And the good news is, since we started it, the Eglinton West Line is 4 to 6 weeks ahead of schedule, on time. Scarborough is moving forward. The Yonge Extension is moving forward. And our crown jewel, the Ontario line, is going to move forward. And we're going to make sure that we don't see the same problems on those 4 lines as we've seen on the Eglinton Crosstown.
Premier, I've heard from people in industry, I've heard from engineers, they say our engineering standards aren't what they used to be. And I said, well, why is that? And they say, well, part of it is the community colleges and other institutions are just not as tough as they used to be. They're not as firm, and that you can sort of slough through, and then you get some engineer who's not fully there designing streetcar tracks.
Yeah, well,
and they're wrong.
Yeah, well, first of all, really the companies that we hire to do it, they have to have their standards as well.
Right.
I'm not disagreeing with your comment. Maybe we should raise the standards through our universities. We have some of the greatest universities and colleges anywhere in the world, and maybe it's time to raise the standards there.
Do you think, and this goes into another whole sector, Premier, but do you think that perhaps we have, as a lawyer speaking, too many lawyers and not enough nurses and doctors and engineers and people who know about heating and cooling systems?
Well, lawyers are always cautious, as you know. They're extremely cautious, but we need them, right? We need accountants, we need lawyers, we need engineers. But there's always ways to do things more efficient.
Would you rather have more nurses and doctors or more lawyers?
Nurses and doctors any day. But and we do. We actually, I'm jumping topics here, but since you mentioned it, we set a record with 15,000 nurses that registered last year alone. We've hired over 8,000 doctors since we've been in office, and we're building medical schools that we haven't seen in decades. So we're focusing on that as well.
Great stuff. Sounds promising.
Yeah.
Premier Ford, thank you very much.
Thank you.
3 minutes. I know that many of you viewers are experiencing tough times with those pointless Trudeau taxes. You're watching every dollar, so are we. We run a very lean operation, which is why I'm asking this question of you now. If you know of any companies who want to advertise on this station, good people watch it, as you know, from coast to coast to coast. Please let us know. And in the meantime, please subscribe and PayPal.